Welcome back, everyone, to the Singing Sword. Last we left off, our good old party had a little bit of a fight with fellow party member Liz, otherwise known as L15. During this fight, they were a little bit cuckoo, to put it quite nicely. And they grappled with Strigo for a solid, every single round that we had.
Ever grapple with your homies?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of awesome when that happens.
And Strigo voluntarily continued to grapple with them. As you made persuasion check after persuasion check after persuasion check to try and calm them down. And it ended up succeeding. At the end of the session, or after that, there was the whole incident with the blood of Liz, which, after having removed Curse cast on it, or Dispel Magic cast on it, it became a little bit less, dangerous. It was no longer touched by, imbued with the magic of Aelin nor Liz and Sal's father. Well, moreover, Liz's father, but I guess family relation, kinda. And you all got fun homemade magic items.
Yippee!
That was perfectly timed on my end. And I think that's where we left off.
Pretty much.
Damn,
Dude, that was a crisp soda crack.
Yeah, that was very crisp.
That was sick as fuck.
Solid.
It's a skill.
It is a skill.
I've been practicing for many years, but continue.
What else can those hands do?
You don't
And I believe before the party was going to go out and restart their hunt for the Archon of Greed, also known as Failvirn, they were going to investigate the Palimpcest with good old Queenie, Forearm Queen, the Archon of Pride, who I don't think I've given a name to yet, but I'm just gonna refer to her as Pride.
Understood.
Or Reed Lady. Maybe both. Interchangeably.
Origa won't be able to fight the owl bears.
You can do that after. What was that noise?
Me crying.
And after kind of coming to an agreement with the Archon of Pride, she agreed to give those of you who wanted to a sort of guided tour throughout the Palimpcest.
Yep.
Now, is that what you would like to go do? Or would you like to go straight off and try and find Failvirn before fixing the curse?
I think fixing the curse would be the important thing, right?
Yeah, because we could fight him, I die, and then all of that was for nothing.
Exactly.
Hey, I'ma kill you!
Okay, let's do this.
Well, he has no.
I'm playing
issue
Dungeons
with
and
the
Dragons!
dying part, but someone else did.
Yeah. A couple of us.
Who could that be?
So, do you all want to head back downstairs and meet back up with the Queen?
Yeah.
Sure.
If we have to.
Well, I mean, she is the one who is guiding you through the Palimpcest, so...
Let's do it.
Microsoft 365, I don't want you. Sorry, I just got a notification on my computer for Microsoft 365.
You could just
Yeah,
say
yeah,
you don't want
yeah,
Shepard in
yeah.
the party. You know, you don't have to call it Microsoft 365.
Damn.
I drew Shepard. I want them in the party.
I drew
I also
Shepard,
would like-
they say. Like,
I would
didn't give
also
him
like
money to
Shepard
do
to
it.
stay in the party.
Yeah, because you want to steal enough parts to make another Shepard. The Shepard of Theseus.
No.
Eventually, there was just gonna be 2 Shepards.
My choice is Shepherd Edition.
Mini Shepard.
Mitosis.
Shepard multi-classes into Echo Knight Fighter.
Oh god.
Actually, it'll be really funny. That
Don't
means
even
more
have to,
attacks for
there's a
me.
whole nother one of them.
Tiny Shepard.
Anyways, you guys head back downstairs. As I said before, I believe it was about 3 or 4 flights of stairs. Now, you are going down, and you arrive back in the Great Hall, where both the Queen and her royal forgeman, her royal smithy, are standing there awaiting your descent. Well, I hope your friend is okay. I heard a little bit of screaming. More so than before, at least.
We dealt with it.
I can see.
So
Liz
it
is no
seems.
longer a raging monster.
Liz is just sort of looking around, like, very confused where she's at.
Oh, if you want to catch up, you stormed into my castle a little while earlier. You didn't kill anyone. Well, you ate a guy's hand, but that wasn't here. And then I put you in one of my cages. Sorry, not sorry. So, how many of you would like to enter the Palimpcest? It is not going to be very safe, to say the least.
Moon is gonna raise that quiet hand.
1. Anyone else?
I go, obviously.
2. Liz.
Yes, I go.
Alright, 3. Shepard.
I feel like I just woke up after a week's nap. I don't know if I will be...
It's been like 5
Much better.
hours.
I feel like I got hit with 17 sword strikes in the last 5 hours.
Well, that's not my call. You'd have to ask your friends.
It was a rough patch. Sorry.
It's fair. I used to have it worse.
Worse than that? Okay.
Not many people tried talking me out of it.
Yeah,
That's sad.
that much became obvious.
I mean, it works for me.
Isn't that kind of your job? To please the client as a butler? You know,
Yeah,
As a
you have to like welcome
butler.
in guests.
Strigo, you got demoted?
Damn!
Liz does
Moon is Moon's gonna try to reach up for Liz to cover her ears. Like, she doesn't know.
How, your friend is quite interesting.
Oh, yeah, certainly.
Well, I mean, I don't imagine you will be getting a promotion after, well, your friend ate the necromancer's hand. Speaking of which, did I happen to cough that up?
Wasn't
Yeah.
paying attention.
Fair point.
I think I threw up over Strigo.
Oh, yeah.
Just finger. Just one.
Ah. You're probably not getting that one back.
Well,
I was a little too preoccupied with not getting it on me to really, like, count what was coming up out of her stomach.
Gamors,
He can get a new
she
one.
turns to her blacksmith. Could you go upstairs and gather what remains of the hand? We can try and fix something up for the necromancer once we get back. The Harden family is quite a good benefactor.
They do have a lot of money.
So much money. So, Strigo, Moon, Shepherd, Liz, would you like to come along?
I guess.
Liz, and the last one, you will never convince me you're human. Why are you stripy and fluffy?
Reasons. And yes, I will be going.
All right,
Thank
then.
you.
A whole group. All right. Will you be taking Spathi with you?
Will Spathi be necessary?
Not necessary.
I'll hold on to Spathi.
All right. In that case, follow me. And she turns around and walks back into her throne room.
What?
At
Oh.
which... Sorry, continue.
No, you're good, you're good.
At which point, she is going to reach her hand out for the ruby palimpsest.
Moon will hand
Oh, wait,
it
Moon
over.
has it. Okay.
Yeah. Moon will hand it over.
Thank you. And she kind of lifts it up to her eye, almost as if, like, one of those jeweler's looms. And kind of just, like, tilts it back and forth before she throws it up into the air. And I want everyone who wants to make me either an Arcana or a Religion check. Reminder, those of you who are casters can use your casting stat for Arcana.
Imagine needing to use your casting stat.
Man, shut your face.
I have a -1 in both of those.
Same! Dap me up.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy.
Oh, dang.
I did get a 2, and then it was -1, so you know how it be.
Dirty
Yeah.
one. A dirty one.
A filthy, stinky one.
A filthy Uno.
Don't be mean to Liz, she just woke up.
Too
Where's
I
real
rolled
though.
pretty mid.
Rolled pretty mid 24 Arcana. Yeah, I'm like
Wait.
abysmal dog shit at this.
Does that mean that Liz got a 0?
No, I was a 2 and I got a -1 on that, so it just
Ah.
made it a 1.
No, it's not.
That's
a
not
So-
a natural one.
So then it's not a nat 1.
It's a
Oh,
dirty
my
one.
bad. I can't read.
We've been lied to.
The liar.
No.
Liar says what?
Huh?
Huh?
Me when I lie?
Me when I lie, said the not truther.
Said the liar.
Oh wait, my spell attack is a +9.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah.
Or I have
What does this mean for the moon economy?
The moon economy.
moon
Stocks
economy
are
means
fucking up.
technically that 24 can be 25 if you think about it.
That implies me thinking, and I don't like that.
Well,
I got my thinking glasses on.
of course, the two that pass are our casters. So, Moon and Strigo. The two of you see while she threw it into the air, it is capturing and refracting the sunlight that is shining through the windows, almost like a disco ball. And as it spins, you can see as it stores some of that radiant energy from the light, and it begins to glow as it drops down and is about to shatter on the ground. When it just lands, and beneath it is almost a kind of ripple in the sandstone and golden flooring, almost as if it was made of something like water and a droplet had been dropped onto it. And you can feel the magical potential coming from the floor beneath you now. She is currently opening a portal to essentially go into the Palimpcest. Well, last chance to turn around.
I think we're ready.
Wanted to make sure.
Is it gonna be cold?
Not this one. If you had... Well, if you had gone to the Palimpcest in Sealmore, it might have been a little bit chilly, but... not very. But you should be fine. Alright. Everyone link hands around the Palimpcest. And she holds out 2 of her forearms for whoever wants to be on either side of her.
I would be on one of the 2 spots next to Shepard.
Gonna
Of
steal
course you
more.
would be.
Rips off arm.
Shepard, okay, does she still have the scythe in her hands?
Currently it is on her back. And it's kind of like folded up.
I guess Shepard was just gonna maintain physical contact with the with the Lady of the Reeds, I guess.
Lady of the Reeds.
Yeah. She
I
just
mean, we do
is
have
in
the
control
Lady of the
every person named
Fog.
Reed.
We have the Lady of the Fog, now we have the Lady of the Reeds.
Yeah, she's
Lady
just
of the
in control of
Fog.
every person named Reed.
Oh,
What
what a
is it,
shitty power.
NCIS?
Yeah. Come to me, my Reeds! Gather and fight for me!
A bunch of nerds just show up.
What was it, like the Jeff battle? Like all the guys named Jeff
Yes.
showed up to fight.
Yes, and the child won.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kid Jeff. Yeah, they let Kid Jeff win, bro.
Yeah, that was rigged, honestly.
It was because they
It
all
was cute though.
came to an agreement.
Yeah, it is cute. They let
Do you
Kid
think-
Jeff win.
How many people do you think actually went through with like renaming themselves?
No one.
Probably fucking one guy, and he was pissed that no one else did it.
Like, I paid $400 for this.
You have to pay to change your name. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Is this
legally.
Monster Hunter?
No, it's not
Legal
Monster Hunter.
fees.
Capitalism.
No, it's not late stage capitalism neither. It's My Singing Monsters. There we go. That's what I wanted to say.
Oh.
I love that game.
It's great. We're not here to play My Singing Monsters. We're here to play D&D
Damn.
about My Singing
Who
Monsters.
wants to hold my hand in the hold hand pile? Hold hand
I
pile.
will hold your
The
hand.
hold hand pile.
Yay!
Ring
The
around
best
the
friend
rosy.
moon.
I
And
think I'm the last person to join the hold hand pile.
You don't know the whimsy of ring around the
Whose
rosy.
hands are
would
you gonna hold?
I think he'd be holding Moon and T's hand.
I'm holding T's hand. How? Where?
Wait, okay, so then I'm holding Moon and Shepard's hand?
You're holding the moon in the queen's hands, I
Oh,
think.
fuck.
That's an
Yummer.
awkward handhold.
hello,
Hey.
child.
Did you not call me that?
No, she does not. Ugh, my audio isn't working. Let me find.
The lady just shovels away looking for a microphone.
Like, Strigo's got bastard children out there.
That depends.
I mean,
You paid extra?
I don't know. I feel like selling your soul makes you celibate.
He is literally not celibate.
Absolutely.
Or not celibate. Or tubes tied, but for a man.
Do you mean sterile?
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think it made
it.
him sterile either.
Absolutely.
Scribes
That was
does
insane.
crazy things to him, motherfucker.
The last thing a hooker is celibate.
Yeah, literally. Motherfucker, his entire career is having sex with people.
That was Liz talking, okay?
Rogue is like, actually, I think he's a eunuch.
Bro, was there fighting the White Walkers?
Varys didn't even get to fight the White Walkers. He got fucking burnt to a crisp before that. You know, people think that motherfucker's a mermaid.
You're so tired. You look like a giraffe.
Were they not?
I thought you'd be like a baked bean.
No, they were not a. Varys was a fucking human.
I thought they were all mermaids. I thought that's what Game of Thrones was about.
Lord, grant me strength.
Yeah, I love that one part in Game of Thrones where like
Uh-oh.
when
Man,
the little redhead's just like, look at my shit, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you say my collection's complete?
Dude, I thought you were talking about Ygritte for a second, but you were fucking talking about Yeah, I loved it when the Dothraki showed up in Westeros and they're like, howdy, every pony.
You cannot just use a dragonborn shell like that.
Every pony? Motherfucker!
Jesus Christ.
this table was
Okay.
cursed.
It's
Yes.
always been cursed.
Yeah.
I remember when I got here, I told someone that I wasn't going to be normal because that would like throw off the session really bad. And then a couple sessions later, someone was like, "Nah, it's okay. You can be normal." And now look where we are.
So once all of you link hands, you hear something rumble through the ground.
Brain.
Manhattan Metro System.
Damn.
Metro Last Light Redux.
I hope all of you are okay with moving fast.
What?
It's what I do.
Well, this is gonna be a little bit faster.
Sometimes get motion sick.
Oh, have fun with that.
He would get motion sick.
Alright. Everyone, on 3, we're going to jump into the circle.
Oh no.
Well, essentially, we're going to jump forwards. Not really a circle, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Directive on clear.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. And
Jump.
One hop this time.
Oh my god! Right foot, left stomp.
And all of you are suddenly in a train car. You can feel the rumble and the movement of the train as it passes over its tracks, over bumps, over hills. And it just appears like a relatively... It's a very upkept train car, because the majority of trains and such in this setting are very decrepit, to say the least. It has been at least a few thousand years since they were used consistently. So this kind of setting is a little bit foreign to all of you, except Shepard. This feels a little bit more familiar, as you can see the plush, finely and machinely sewn seats that go on forever in each direction in front of and behind you in this train car.
Shepard is gonna extend a hand and run their mechanical fingers across the leather and kind of check for dust.
Not a single piece of dust.
He nods approvingly. He's good. He's home.
Thank you. I don't really come in here much. It tends to take care of itself. So, what exactly are you all looking for?
We're looking to break a curse, a maker's mark to be exact.
Ah.
Also, this place is like you see, he the goal's there, but at the same time it's like autism strikes.
Trains! I like trains. Brr.
Brain autism goes hard.
I admittedly love just listening to the ASDF things.
Yeah.
It's
I love
so
it.
funny.
It's great. It's great.
It's a great piece of media.
Really is. It
What a
really,
great piece of
really
media.
is.
I appreciate at least you watched that.
I zoned out for 5 seconds. What are we
I
doing?
watched it during therapy. Like, literally.
You're so real for that.
Real.
Infinity Train?
So how have you
Yeah.
felt today?
Oh,
Trains?
Infinity Train's good.
Breaking a maker's mark. Who exactly are you trying to break the mark on? And, well, who applied it? Two very important things.
Mine is gonna look over at Strigo.
Entire group stares at Strigo.
Hi, yes, I have the Maker's Mark, and it was placed on me by the Archon of Gloom.
Ah, yes. That does. Yes, Felvian can be quite annoying when he wants to be.
I refuse to say his name.
That is fair. If you
How's
want, you
that
can just
fair?
call him Fail.
I like that one a lot more.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna keep calling him Knife Ear because I'm racist.
Liz gonna cover her own ears when you say that.
I didn't say that. I said it. The person.
Then
Strigo
Rogue,
and
as
I
the
are not
person,
the same
covers their
person.
ears.
Yeah, I send pictures of my ears. They're like directly, like cut in a way to make them look like elf ears.
Ugh.
I hate elves. Strigo does not hate elves. Bro, put on New York Angels.
I don't know if I have New York ambience, but I can try and find it.
It's probably gonna be
I
New
am
York
the
City.
ambience. Wee woo, wee woo.
Yeah, it's just ambulance and cop
Bang, bang.
noises. Vague Italian yelling.
It's crazy.
I'm walking here.
I'm
Hey, I'm
walking here.
walking here.
Do I have a New Yorker accent? I don't think I do. Do I?
I'm walking here.
Not really.
Not really, right?
No,
I'm just good. I'm safe.
you sound like a Californian.
Damn.
Peor, pinche madre. Peor.
I do have a question real quick, Eden. Could you describe this like train cart for me real quick?
Yeah, 100%. So, at the moment, you are all in an incredibly cozy, yet kind of like tight train car. For those of you who have seen Demon Slayer and the train arc, what is it called? The
Mugen Train.
Mugen Train arc.
The Mugen Train arc. It kind of looks like that train. So
That's valid.
yeah. Let me actually pull up what that looks like so I can just send it in chat.
I'll never forget my trauma.
Man, I loved seeing that guy get murdered. No, I didn't.
There was a lot of
I
guys.
make
who
the
got
joke
murdered.
that every time my friend has like the sweater of that guy, I make sure to go out on my way to buy her a donut.
Don't do that to Rengoku.
I
I had to
I
deal
go
with
out of my
this.
way actively to buy her a donut and give it to her whenever I see that she wears a jacket. So she makes it an effort to not wear that jacket around me, but then she forgets it. I'm like, I'm gonna get her a donut.
So,
You people
one
of
of
Shakespeare.
my favorite things about this train is how liminal it looks and feels. It kind of just stretches on infinitely. And you can see a door to another cart at either end. But as you focus on it, it looks and feels like it just keeps getting further and further away. And whenever you look to the windows, you can see a vague outline of what appears to be a mountainside, very lush and green. But every few... The best way to say it is almost like every few frames. So, you know how you would see things like flash by a window if you're looking at just one window? Every few times that happens, you see a different image. That being a burnt mountainside, atop which is a library that has a collapsed-in roof. But beyond that, the train car is lit in a bright orangish yellow light. The seats themselves are partially made of wood. However, as I said before, they are also partially made of machined leather and fabric that appears to be a kind of stylized mixture of green and turquoise, almost kind of like ripples in tropical water. Any other questions?
How natural does this card feel? Or would I have to make a roll for that?
How natural?
Yeah. Like,
Ooh. It doesn't feel unnatural, but it feels very uncanny.
that's a worse feeling.
I
Naturally
know.
uncanny.
Like a pit in
Naturally
your stomach,
uncanny.
You know, it's not right.
Uncanny? Question mark? Naturally.
Uncanny Valley.
We love
Are
uncanny
we in a
valley.
valley?
Damn, I should have put it in a valley. That would have been so funny.
You could put it in an alley and have an uncanny alley.
Oh, true. New York.
Okay, those are actual gunshots. Awesome.
Ooh.
Well,
They wanted a real noise.
That's pistol caliber.
Which one? Can you...
It's hard to tell which pistol caliber, but no, yeah, that's 100% a pistol caliber. Rifle caliber is much deeper sounding.
Well,
I
yeah,
wish you luck. Do not get shot.
Sky's blue, bruh.
No, it's
5.56 and 9mm do not sound the same.
Anyways, so, breaking a maker's mark. Follow me. And the Lady of the Reeds kind of like pushes her way through the few of you that were next to her and begins walking down one of the train's directions. Currently, it kind of like feels like she's walking north, so the other path would be going south. Do any of you want to not go with her?
Is that a good idea?
That's not what I asked.
That's
Did
what
you-
I'm
okay,
asking.
I heard something Shepherd. What about Shepherd?
Where's Shepard going?
Following the big lady. The giant woman.
She's not giant. She's very like broad, and she has 4 arms.
Yeah. That broad is broad, and that's why I'm following her.
How broad is broad?
The broad.
Hocus, can you quote that broad is broad for me?
Is it spelled
Yeah, but I'm
the
gonna-
same way?
Yes.
Yes.
Look at that broad. You know?
So, I wanted to say, I didn't want to say something until, we've had a little respite. I've done a thing. I might have the
What'd you
cha-cha slide as sound bits.
I fucking hate you. You're a bad person.
One hop this time. Right foot, two stumps.
I cannot afford to be sued.
I can't afford to be sued.
Let's turn it up.
I didn't add that bit because... Actually, no, I should add that bit. But no, yeah, Shepherd is going to follow the broad.
I
Okay,
cannot afford to be sued.
so
I want
everyone
to
follows
follow
her.
as well. Yeah.
I specifically follow Strigo.
Okay.
Cool.
I also
So you
specifically
follow the
follow
lady
one
by
person in
proxy.
particular.
Yeah, I'm following her. I'm STD free. Get this AIDS out of here.
It's ruining my business plans.
He is. I feel the need to clarify this. He is actually STD free.
That's quite the accomplishment. Congrats on him.
Well,
Good job.
I would
Probably
like
a
all
part
of
of the
you
kid
to roll
His
me
personal hygiene.
a wisdom or charisma saving throw.
Oh, listen, sir.
I'm really good
do I
at
want to be
charisma.
funny or do I want to take this seriously?
I could be really
Thi-
funny right now with my
This is
-2.
I will say, this saving throw is based on what your character internally wants. If you succeed,
As
if you
in...
succeed, you get to choose whether you drift off from the group while walking or whether you are not displaced from the group. If you fail, you go wherever your character themselves feels like they need to go, or whatever information they feel like they need to find.
What's the
Understood.
success on the roll?
So you said wisdom or charisma?
Wisdom or charisma? What'd you say, Rogue?
All right.
What's
Oh.
the success on the roll?
A success. Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Oh, lovely.
Hee
Oh, let's go!
Oh. Y'all getting lost today, boys.
Well, the DC is 14.
Ah, fuck. Well,
I was just
Bye,
off by a
Strigo.
poor 10.
You were just off by 13.
Yeah. If we were to add my wisdom modifier, that would have been a 7, chat.
Halfway there.
Strigo's just gonna turn around and everyone's
there.
gone except Shefford.
Shepherd?
Shefford?
Shepherd. Yeah, that's what I am now, Shepherd.
Bro
Hello,
really
Shepherd.
wanted to do Cesaric's fucking museum.
Man, shut your face.
The thief strikes again.
I yoink
Like a
plot hooks
bandit in
from
the night.
wherever I can.
Dude, Queen Mooch. The fucking...
The Joker and the thief, bruh.
Yo, if you do not start putting this shit as, like putting me in the credits, I'm gonna be pissed.
I don't put myself in the credits.
I'm a fucking put me in there then.
Who is in the credits?
No one.
I see.
There are no credits. We're not allowed to know who
I'm just
If you look
imagining
close
for
enough,
the
it's me.
VOD. I'm just imagining for the VOD wherever like my icon is, just like tape it over with blues, just like
Yeah.
It's just like this emptiest fucking like description under the video ever, except for just Strigo or Blue's full name.
Yep.
Blue's full legal name.
You know how like Elden Ring was like written by George Lucas? That's, not George Lucas, George R.R. Martin.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my Elden Ring.
This is your Elden. This is my Elden Ring.
Truth and real.
Truth and real.
I hate you.
I know you do.
Both
Like, I'll be
true
here.
and real.
Smoldering with thy meager flame of ambition.
So, who got a 14 or above?
Fucking just me and Shepard.
What? In that case, I'm gonna go from whoever rolled the lowest to the highest.
I wonder who that is.
Oh.
Ooh, one moment. I
Flint
have to
and
do
Neil.
something.
For the McChicken jockey.
With a McChicken jockey.
I have to do something. I'm going to make the roll for the queen as well.
Oh, Oh, even the queen is exposed to this. Lol, Lamau.
It's just gonna bring
Get
her to the
cooked.
fucking scythe.
Yeah, I'm gonna guide you all through this.
She naturally
Forget-
succeeded
forget
with a
fucking
15 on the
lost.
die.
I have a fan. It's going off in my face, and I love it.
I have my air conditioner. I love
I
my
don't have air conditioning. Yeah, flex your air conditioning, gringo. We get it.
I have a 2-story house, bitch. I own the
Flex
house.
your
I live in.
two-story house.
I
flex
have
it
enough
on.
bedrooms for all the people that live in my home.
I can't.
Get fucked.
I am.
I'm not up there. You
I
cheat
know.
on me?
Moon,
Absolutely.
Man, what the fuck?
what is it Moon at this moment wants to know the most?
Moon's priorities is to, deal with this Maker's Mark and how to deal with this Archon permanently. How this may be, whether like murder or like, lock this thing up. Just deal with it a way where it won't be a problem anymore.
No personal
That is what they
motivation?
came for. That is where. Personal motivations.
You did roll
would
an
be-
one.
Yeah, he did roll that one. I guess when it comes to personal motivations, it really would just come down to,
Being gay.
his general needs to like dig where he really shouldn't be digging, but it's like, it's what drives him. It's like seeking the unknown.
Hello?
That's the unknown. That's what like really gets his brain into gear. Even if he knows it's dangerous, it's the thrill of trying to find something that he shouldn't be messing with. Not forget it.
Well,
Do not quietly say a movable rod.
as you begin to move down this train car, you don't notice it, but at some point you blink, and you're in a different place. You can't really see much of anything. The only source of light that exists comes from above you in what almost looks like a fractured portion of the sky through which purple light is glowing. You do not hear anything. You cannot even hear your own breath. But you can feel at least an approximation of ground beneath your feet. And every now and then you can feel almost as if wind is blowing into your open eyes, even though your hair is not moving and nothing else seems to indicate that there would be wind here.
Ground. Where did everyone go with this? I don't like this. I don't like this. Kind of gonna try to follow whatever semblance of ground he can feel. Trying to keep walking forward. Look back. Figure that's probably not a good idea. And yeah, keep trying to tread forward. Hello? And Strigo, Liz, T. What was his name? Shepard. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
He's basically
Hey.
calling out and trying to walk forward. Oh, I don't like that. This is...
Echo!
Getting miles out of the soundboard.
For real? And every now and then you can hear your own voice echo, but you can also hear something in the echo kind of responding. It doesn't have its own echo, but in between the intervals of your hello, 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 you can hear something say, hello? Is anyone there? Make me a history check with advantage.
Hee God, I hate that I allowing me to... You hear the rattling here?
Yes.
Okay, that wasn't the best. That's gonna be... a 21.
Oh, not the best 21.
Not
Said the
bad.
liar. The not truther, bruh.
The voice sounds faintly like Failvirn's, but they sound much younger, much less straightforward and aggressive than they had when you first met them.
Huh. He's gonna start making his way over to the voice. Well, try to figure out the direction where he hears it coming from.
Walking through the endless purple void, you eventually make your way to a sort of corner. Not that the space ends, but almost like you are repelled from moving any further, and looking beyond it hurts. But around you, you can see 7 people of varying appearances, each of whom are either pacing or in the fetal position. You can see what appears to be a young Failvirn hugging a younger half-elf. Looking around through the endless darkness, not meeting eyes with you or anyone else that appears to be here.
Hi. Gonna try to wave them down from where he stands. Hello? Can you hear me?
You hear what sounds like maybe like the train horn, but it continues again. And you recognize it.
Oh,
The sound of a
was
foghorn. And you do not receive a response from either of the elves. However, you can hear the child that looks kind of like Failvirn humming something under their breath. Almost kind of trying to hum it like a lullaby to the half-elf that they're holding. No! Blue! I didn't even realize! When did we lose Blue?
Just now.
Ah!
Yeah, we
His
just
PC
lost
went
Blue
crashed.
right just now.
Okay, that's
I think
good.
his PC might have crashed, honestly.
Do we want to hear Blue?
One moment. I will see if I can't call Blue real quick.
It's probably his PC.
I imagine so.
Alice.
Tis most likely his PC, because he did not answer.
It was the PC.
Probably. Well, did I miss anything for like the 5 seconds that I was gone?
Absolutely.
Nope.
You missed so much. We were talking about so much drama.
um,
You missed it all. It's so sad.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's sad. Yeah. Wow. And the melody that Failvirn is humming is the same one that you remember the Lady of the Fog humming while she was kind of like skipping around you when you had first met her. And when your Maker's Mark originally went haywire, to say the least.
Oh, this isn't good. It isn't good. He's like, how do we go back? Right, okay, stupid horns. You know, like, maybe, like, you know, stress pull out his hairs, like, how do I get out of here? This is good. Bit of a panic into... You said that there's kind of like an area where, like, that's kind of where it stopped, right?
Yeah. Where looking
So I guess he's
beyond
gonna-
hurts, and it's kind of like you're almost repelled from it.
Right.
You can try to force your way through if you would like. That would be either a strength saving throw or a charisma saving throw.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Let's risk it for the biscuit. I'm feeling a bit lucky. Okay, I'll do charisma then. Unicorn dice. Work your magic.
Oh, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
you see around this young Failvirn's neck is a signet, which looks very similar to how your maker's mark had looked.
Interesting. Alright. We're gonna try to force our way in. That was cocked. Hold on. Wait, that was cocked. It fell like perfectly in between my other dices, so it was just like the point.
The number of
dice, that's
times
it.
I've rolled a dice and it somehow skips on top of other ones is insane.
I got an 18.
18, is that charisma or strength?
Charisma.
Wanted to make sure.
I'm fair enough. I did say charisma, but gotta make sure.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I said charisma.
Okay.
Yeah, 18
And-
charisma.
Right as you notice the signet hanging around the child's neck, you are able to step forwards. Almost that same kind of feeling as when you would walk through a waterfall or like above table. If you've ever had like those streamers hanging atop your door when you like just walk straight through them.
Oh. Yeah.
This music is too inspiring.
Cheery, too happy. Make it worse. Make it evil.
Too happy.
Criminal.
Make me fear.
Make me fear.
Play some Dead by Daylight, like killer hunting tracks.
Yeah. Bring up the Springtrap hunting soundtrack.
It's not even that great.
Springtrap.
Actually. The worst. They have like one of the worst ones in the game.
Yeah.
And you walk through the veil. And for a second, you see what you at first think is nothing. But it isn't nothing that you see. It is your mind that interprets what you see as nothingness. But what you do see is a void, even darker than the one you had just been in, as there are no cracks in the sky through which light is pouring. It is just endless abyss. And the only difference in this landscape is it kind of looks like the space around you has been woven together. For those of you who have played Slay the Princess, it looks how... I can't remember what the place is called.
Shed.
No, not the shed. What does it look like? The in-between, I think. Oh, the long quiet. That's what I'm thinking of. Let me just gonna copy and paste the image real quick, so those of you who don't know can see it.
Interesting.
And you still don't see any of your allies, but you can sense something in front of you in the void. Would you like to move towards it?
Yes.
By the way, do you want to, or have you pulled out your grimoire?
He has it at the side of his, in his bag at the side of him. Where did he pull out his book? Yeah, he pulled it out. Situation's getting a bit scary. Time to gear up, Yeah, he'll take out a spell book and start reaching forward.
Despite the darkness, you are able to vaguely make out what you have written in your spell book, but instead of being written in common or whatever language you decided to write it in, it looks like strange runes of sorts. Make me an Arcana check.
Okie dokie. You said we can also use our spell.
Yeah.
So from my understanding, that would be the spell attack, right?
Yeah, essentially.
So yeah, it would be a +9. Okay, we'll use that then. Good thing I said we're gonna use that. That's gonna be a 15.
15? Not bad, not bad. What languages does Moon speak?
Moon speaks a couple.
I know, you took the
Celestial.
linguist feat.
Even before that, he already knew Celestial. So I'm only naming out the written languages. Celestial, Common, Draconic, Elvish, Halfling, Primordial.
Do you happen to speak or understand either Abyssal or Deep Speech?
No.
Alright. You aren't able to make out very much, but what you can make out... You've always written spells as you understand them, as their components, the mechanics of them, how you understand and implement them as spells. Instead of being written in components, you can almost tell that this is written as almost an ingredient list or a recipe for spells. So it is essentially broken down and translated the way you write spells into more detail and more kind of like universal truth, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna attempt to cast Dancing Lights. See if I can try to get something going here.
Dancing Lights.
Anything?
I don't know if you heard that at all.
No.
Okay, cool. I
Damn.
guess it's just very small. Very small, very quiet, that word. It sounds like you would imagine ghosts to sound like, as nothing else lights up aside from yourself and your spell book. But the strands that make up this space curve and move away from the lights as you hear something like
It's good. Slowly look towards the source of the sound.
There is no source for this sound, as it is coming from all around you.
Oh.
But you do still feel the draw of something further into the void.
Well, there's no other way for him to go. Let's
And
dive
you walk
deeper into the
further.
void. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's me out of character, but him, he's definitely panicking.
How are you?
Oh, hello?
Hello.
I don't know where I don't know where anyone is.
What is it you seek?
What? Who are you? I don't.
And that is important. Why?
Because
How
I
often
don't.
have you questioned where your knowledge comes from?
I don't. I don't.
Then why question me?
Look, I learned my lesson about what happens when you don't question certain things. I don't know what's going on. I'm not risking this.
You were marked for death. And your friend took that from you.
Yes, I want to reverse that. Well, not reverse, but I want to get that mark off of him. Make sure nobody else gets that mark.
How important are your companions to you?
They're important enough to where I've reached to this point, and I'm not backing down by now. It's too late for that.
Good.
Excuse me, I don't know if you just heard that, but I burped. The endless void burps. No. And you can feel the presence more now. You're not quite sure who or what they are, but you can feel a draw to them, almost as if they are taking something. They want something from you. They are envious.
Out of what do you mean with cross command? Yeah, I feel like as he feels this, fight or flight mode, that start prepping the cast chromatic orb.
As you start to gather the magic, you feel in a snap. The magic flows out from your hand and out into the abyss towards the thing.
I would like to introduce myself. You can call me Drill. Now, I am not really one for deals. But you have wandered into a place you should not have. You have entered the greater void between the pockets of reality and knowledge that our palimpcests occupy. I wish you luck in your attempts to break this mark.
I'm going to break it. I don't know how yet, but I will.
Oh, you will. I have no doubt in this. before you go. One thing. You get one question.
Why did the sword come to us of all people? Not like we were actively looking for it.
That sword has its own agenda. You are simply its vessel to accomplish that.
What agenda? What's happened?
I believe that is a second question. But I guess I'll answer. Purely for fun. Have a look at the runes on that sword. Once you see them again. Then you will know.
He's just gonna protectively hold onto his spell book and just nod understandingly.
Goodbye, young wizard. Until the next time we meet.
And you feel yourself away. And we won't get to this until later, but you meet back up with the rest of the group, and you're back in the train cart.
Awesome.
Welcome back, Blue.
What I miss?
Literally everything.
Oh,
You
So
missed
much.
Stephen Hawking being evil.
it's show over. Dude, so she didn't even spell that right.
name
It's
is
Jover.
Drill.
Oh, you motherfucker!
Has the thief struck again? The Joker and the thief?
I mean, yeah, but like,
Just.
oh, dude, oh god, Moon, you are so unsafe near that creature.
You don't say!
First the Cathay and now this.
This
Don't
thing
worry,
is worse
I'll-
than the Cathay. You do not understand.
I'll send you the recording once it's finished.
Drill.
Once it's finished
Oh god,
uploading.
drill. Wait, I don't know if Moon would have anything drill wants.
Moon has picked up a lot of interesting stuff.
You do actually. You have the most valuable thing.
Look, man, Twitch is
Autism.
Being a
magnetized.
twink?
No. Moon has personhood and people that care about him. Positive human relationships.
Ah.
Oh no.
Yummers.
You are the worst pick for that, or the best pick, worst option to have met that one.
You
Whoops.
did ask how important your companions were to you.
And he responded.
What'd he say? I wasn't here. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Gonna lie, I missed all of it as well, but that was because I was working on my mini.
Ah!
Hold on, let me go.
I'm horrified.
I'm not streaming
My
it, Blue. I'm
silly little-
sorry.
My silly little bird fella.
Leave my bird alone.
He's my bird.
Eats Vonier.
My boy.
He's not Vonier.
Eats Vonier.
He
What are
wouldn't
you
Vonier.
doing
Vonier's
to him?
Vonier.
Actually, Vonier
Vonier.
wouldn't have had anything that Drill wanted.
Not really.
Yeah, you'd be useless. Vonier.
The only thing Vonier's good for is blowing themselves up and stealing Lehman's arm.
No, the thing is, Vonier, like, so, I don't want to fuck up Eden's shit really bad.
It's okay.
What Drill wants, Drill just wants to know things and to feel things. Specifically, what Drill desires is human connection.
Real.
Vonier didn't have many positive relations within the group.
Real.
I'm back. I had
You're
to
gonna have like a
deal with my thing.
defector soon.
Though to be fair, neither did Kime, and they pacted with them for the purpose of making those.
Yeah, to learn. But Kime had the potential. Vonier did not.
Leave my boy
Vonier could not build
alone.
with power.
Vonier was like, it's not even like a me beefing with the character. It's my interpretation of the character. Vonier was cut off, disassociated with the world, especially the mortal world, really. You're not from there, and every, like, place that you have been hates you for what you are. Your own people don't like you.
Oh no, it's very true. That is why, like, one of my favorite things to do as Vonier was, like, rage when, in, like, one of the first fights, when that guy cut open the deer for no reason. He was just like...
Oh, there was a reason.
Well, you know what I mean. The one bond Vonier has ever been able to make is that with nature.
Yes. Well, he was hiding. He needed the deer carcass to hide.
And I saw him.
I forgot about Grease being a little bastard like that. No, it wasn't Grease, right?
Everybody loves... Yeah, it's Grease. Everyone loves that fella.
That was Grease and the deer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was Grease and the deer.
Yeah, he also took Vonier's hand.
Yup, the other one.
Blew that shit smooth off.
Smooth off.
All the while, Vonier was literally cheese gratering them back and forth through
He's a tough cookie.
a blade cyclone or whatever it's called.
Eden, I stole your thunder. There is our drill.
I mean, thank you for
sweet
sending the reference for it. I was actually going to ask you for
Chandrian
that.
rapier.
He looks like a berserk enemy.
Yeah, he does look like a berserk enemy. Yeah, Guts killed this guy. What do you think he's crippled?
Damn, honestly, that's metal.
Anyways, who was the next lowest roll?
I think it was T.
Me.
T. Hi there.
Hi.
So, what is it that T wants above all else?
I was thinking about this the entire time of what's going on with Moon. What T would want the most is to know how she is supposed to help everyone. She would want to know what would be the best way to go about it. Guide it.
T,
It's very quiet.
who in T's life has given the best and most important advice?
Likely one of the monks from the monastery that she was at.
And you suddenly find yourself in the same monastery once again. Almost as if you had never left.
Oh. Do I see anyone? Oh.
And the person who was talking is essentially like the head of the monastery. I can't remember what they look like, so if you want, please feel free to describe them.
I don't believe I ever described them or decided on.
If you don't want to, I can just throw something out.
You may.
Well, in that case, this dude is a Triton. They have pale blue eyes and hair that is tied back into a bun. But on the sides, the hair is clearly going gray from age. They're wearing generally standard monk attire, robes, and such. However, it is much more almost ceremonial looking than Teashini's. Hello, child.
Oh,
How long has it been?
I do not exactly know. Maybe a year. Maybe.
I hope you accomplished a lot in that year.
I believe I have. I have made friends. I travel with a group now.
Oh. Who are these friends? And the Triton kind of like sits down cross-legged and pats the floor in front of them.
I will sit down. Well, there is Origa. She's very strong. Good at fighting. Maybe a bit... Maybe she loves fighting a little bit too much. But... it's something she enjoys. So I'm not gonna shame her for it.
What is life without a passion?
Exactly. There's Moon. He is very smart. Much smarter than I think I may ever be. Well, he did go to school. Not.
You could always go to school, I keep telling you this.
I know. I'm just not sure if that was the right way to go about things.
We could always send you off to the druid circle that's like a mile away.
Possibly.
What is a mile? I mean kilometer, or whatever. Whatever unit of measurement I've been using in this campaign.
It's just a bit down the road.
That.
Let's go, America.
No, let's not go America. Let's stop.
No, let's go.
Agreed. No.
Freedom! Rah, I love America.
High heights!
Oh my god.
If this is the country of the free, then I should be free to go to Washington D.C. and shoot that guy.
Whoa!
I mean, no
Which
one's
guy?
fucking
There's like a
stopping
lot
you.
of guys.
No
You'll just get
comment.
jail time, but you know. The Druid Circle's
Druid Circle is about 5 football fields away. Football fields is the wildest measurement.
No, the wildest
17.
one is using washing machines.
Freedom
What?
per cheeseburgers. They only run in
17,000
unit
washing
measurement
machines
I
away.
recognize.
Who in the hells has ever used washing machines as a unit of measurement?
Clearly, you don't know what we're talking about. Shows.
Clearly, you've never
I've
used
used
washing machines as a
washers.
measurement.
Back during COVID times, Florida was using an alligator instead of 6 feet.
Yep.
Yeah,
3
it's
alligators
just
all
about
flooding.
just about a gator away.
Uh-huh.
Keep a gator distance away.
Yep.
You gotta use what people know, and everyone knows how
Instead
long
of-
a gator
Fucking
is.
Midwest was using cows.
Instead of the movie being called 5 or 6 feet apart, it's a gator apart.
A gator apart. I'm about a gator tall.
Gator, I barely even.
When
know
Hocus
her.
laughs, they sound like a crying puppy, and it's freaking me out.
I was thinking the same thing. It was like, oh
I'm like,
god.
who's fucking hurting their dog?
No, that's me. That's how I laugh.
Never
I have a very
experience
squeaky
joy
voice.
again.
Damn.
If I get laughing, I get very squeaky.
I'm sorry, that was mean. I hope you experience much joy in your life.
Just not around me, though.
And the rest of your friends?
Well, there's Liz. I don't really know much about her, though she does seem to have a few issues with managing herself. A bit like me. I wish her the best.
Have you tried advising her?
Did you know that Denise
One second.
Did you know that Denise?
Not Denise.
Not Denise! What did my man do with Denise?
Denise?
Denise nuts.
Shut the fuck up.
I ate breakfast at a Denny's today. Is that close enough?
Is that where you went?
Yeah.
Or was that yesterday?
That was today.
Wait, we hung out with Macho this morning?
No, we did not. We did that yesterday.
Oh, yeah, okay, because you just fucking, like, went on a journey. And I was like, where did he go?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah, bro, we were playing Letter League.
Why did we start playing Letter League?
Because I demanded it.
Welcome back,
guess.
T.
Denise is okay. Don't worry.
Who's Denise?
I don't know.
I heard someone say Denise in the background from you.
That was my mother.
Okay.
Oh, I thought Eden had a character named Denise.
No.
No.
Dude, replace Bookra, we got Denise then.
No, we have Gertrude.
Give me Bookra back!
You haven't even met Gertrude yet.
I
She's
wanna meet
abysmal.
her.
You don't want to
like-
meet her.
Dude, I'm not
She
gonna
takes
change.
people's bones and just
I'm
leaves
not-
them as
so does-
skin
So does
suits.
Bookra.
Yeah, I
No, she
forgot about
takes bones in the divorce.
that. Oh yes, my
And
apologies.
wanted
She
to
takes
marry
the bones
Moon
from
off.
divorce. To one of her elven children, yes.
Yup.
To be fair, we almost
Grandchildren.
agreed to that marriage offer because we were that desperate for information.
We were that desperate for money.
Anyway,
Yes.
Make that twink money.
1 second, gotta quote that.
Dude, I think twink money was the greatest, like, word sentence creation that I came up with because of this campaign.
Probably.
I fear you ate.
Fear you. I ate with fake money. What? My life as an author. It's awful.
No, do not rename Drill Denise.
His name is Denise now.
That's not even how you spell Denise.
That is how a dyslexic person spells
Dennis. Fucking
Spell your
Dennis.
character.
Wait,
name
how do you
them
spell Denise then? If that's not Denise.
Yo, you people are this PMO, bro.
Damn nice.
That's Denise.
Day and night. The lonely soul
Yeah.
seems to free his mind as night.
I
Whoa,
swear
whoa.
I do not have dyslexia.
Are you sure? You've been checked? I thought I didn't have dyslexia too until I got checked.
You should get that checked.
Y'all will never experience the one thing better than pussy, which, as Bo Burnham said, is a really good book.
One thing better than pussy, actually spelling things correctly.
It's, as someone who can read, it's pretty rad.
Whoa.
One
Anyways.
day. Equal to you.
My little brother is a high schooler and he cannot read.
Hey, I'm Derek. I'm 19. I've never learned how to read. Why did you roll?
T, have you ever
You
tried...
can't just wet out of nowhere, bro.
Have you ever tried advising your friend on their issues?
Not yet, but I think I will likely try. I just don't know what to do.
Sometimes all that you have to do is reach out.
Okay.
And the Triton reaches their hand out to you, and suddenly there's a cup of tea in their hand.
Oh.
Would you like some tea?
Yes, please.
And he hands it to you, and suddenly he has his own now. Oh god, divine compilations for this game would be horrifying. I want to see the eggs, bacon, grits, sausage thing with this campaign character.
Dear God.
Eggs, bacon,
Tell that
grits,
bitch you can suck my sausage. I like eggs, but still like sausage. Tell that bitch you can suck my sausage.
God,
The one time as a society we knew peace.
that was never.
It was back when Vine was around. I remember World Star.
What in God's name is World Star?
Oh no.
You
You're
film
not
a fight and then you put it up
real.
on World Star? Dude, I'm gonna say Reddit 50-50, and she's gonna be like, "What's
Okay,
Reddit?"
no, I know what Reddit and Reddit 50/50 is. Excuse you.
Door
I have
has been
only
closed.
lost Reddit 50-50.
I
gonna
think
play
I
it right
succeeded
now.
once and I got a dog.
We'll do that to you.
You got a dog?
Yeah, I got a dog on Reddit 50/50.
Keto.
I got only titties and
Okay, is that the success or failure?
depends on who you are, really. But it was the success, technically. Unless you think getting someone's head cut off is a success, which
Blue?
Yeah. Depends on the person who's getting their head cut off.
I don't know who it was.
You.
Me?
What are we
5 days
talking
from
about?
now. I don't know.
What is going on? Can we drag in some dungeons? I think the monk was talking about something earlier.
Yes, monk. Well, I wish you luck in your communication with your friend.
Thank you. There are a few more people. There's Strigo, a tiefling. He works an interesting job.
Oh?
I think that he's not okay, but I don't exactly know in what way. I will figure it out sometime. I've heard him speaking about a few things, but I try not to pry into things that they might not want me to hear.
You
But
sound
he's a
like
kind
good
person.
friend. You sound like a good friend. Or at least you will be.
Thank you. I try very hard to be a good friend to the people I care about.
Don't try too hard to the point that you overwork yourself.
I know.
I know you
That
know.
one well. And there's one more person. I do not know that much about him. We only met him today. I'm not sure if he will be coming with us. I hope he does. I believe he prefers to be called Shepherd.
And what is he the
He's-
shepherd of?
Souls.
Oh.
1 second.
The shepherd of souls. That has quite a ring to it. One might say S.O.S.
Fuck, is that their name?
I will throw you out of a window.
Do it, I dare you.
I will defenestrate you. And then auto defenestrate.
Straight, that's it.
I just lost Reddit 50-50 so hard.
Ooh. My condolences.
Saw that video of that guy getting fucking cut in half again.
Again? Oh, this that's that same video?
The one with I've seen this video twice now.
What do you mean again?
I know exactly which one they're talking about.
Are
love-
you talking about the one where he falls off a train?
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. That one.
I pity you.
Dude, his torso does a fucking flip.
Yeah. Not pretty.
Man, I'd love it if my torso did a flip.
No.
Would not.
Good luck with that, I guess.
The guy, okay, so you know there's like maps that are in like a metal cabinet? And they stand straight up at a train station? Falls off a train, hits that, splits in half. Bottom half stays going, right? Lands, feet pointed up. Top half spins in the air, lands face down right next to the legs.
I guess you could say that person had the split.
Yeah, I guess that's it. He had the split.
I'll see myself out.
Certainly did the
Tipped
splits.
hat.
Alright, tell him to stop this. You guys should go back to playing D&D.
Yes, we are just waiting a little bit on Hocus.
Also, for the record, I was still paying attention, and...
I know.
It was just funny the way you said that, like we were still playing D&D.
I'm so sorry. My mom was trying to look for her shoes and she got me to help because I was wearing them last.
It's okay.
That's fair.
I
No
can keep
real
going
reason to
now.
apologize there.
I constantly think that I'm a bother to people, which is why I'm very apologetic for anything that I do.
Yeah.
Alright, that's fine.
Unfortunate mood.
I don't know how to explain this to you, But this is the easiest way I can do that. If you were a bother, I wouldn't spend time with you.
I know that, but I can't convince myself that. Because whenever I tell myself, "Oh, I'm not a bother to people. People like being around me," and then my brain just like, "No, they don't like you, and you're just lying to yourself because you're a terrible person."
Feel it.
Yeah.
Gets better with time.
Not for me.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. I'm in therapy. Don't worry.
Mood.
Oh boy.
Anyways.
Anyway, yes. Dee.
Sorry, is that an SCP?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, I found it on
Are we gonna have to be
Reddit.
dealing with fucking? Dear God, I'm not ready to be dealing with like.
I don't think
Don't
we're
worry.
ready for Mallow in a D&D session.
No,
Dude,
don't,
it's
don't.
the Ticonderoga of greed!
I.
Wait,
If we
why
have to
is
deal
it
with the
called a
hazmat-
Ticonderoga? That's absolutely
Ticonderoga.
hilarious. The
See, back in my
Tiamat
day,
of
we had
greed.
Safe, Euclid, Keter, Neutralized, and Apollyon.
I never realized that they made more and more and more and more.
No, it's ever expanding.
Yeah, well, more and more pedos got their hands on it and continued to just make
My next
shit.
character is gonna be named Thaumiel.
Please don't.
Actually, we had Thaumiel back in the day.
Monk time, maybe?
Monk time.
Yay.
Monkey.
Are your friends in danger?
Possibly. I know one of them has been marked with something from a much more powerful source, and they are trying to keep it. Because the person that marked them is someone that may need to be killed. And if that person is killed, then the person that is marked will also die.
Lovely. A play on a maker's mark.
Yes, that is what it's called, I believe.
It is quite difficult to undo a maker's mark.
Is it possible?
It is certainly possible, but very energy intensive.
Do you know if there's any way that I could help them with that?
Support them. Give them confidence. It
I'm
tends
sure I can do
to
that.
be that those with the greatest support behind them rise to the highest peaks.
Then I'll make sure that I help them.
I always knew you would.
Thank you.
Stay safe, my child.
I will. Well, as best I can be.
Please tell me you've been sharing my tea secrets.
Of course.
That was
I've
half of
been-
your curriculum.
I know.
Monk, the way of tea. The way
That's
of
just Uncle
chamomile.
Iroh, bruh. This tea is abysmal dog shit. It's frozen solid. He said in like an Earth Nation place, and then almost got caught.
Is there anything you want to ask or do while you are in the monastery before you are released back into the rest of the group?
Not that I know of.
Alright. And you feel yourself shake almost with the bumping of a train as it turns. And you're suddenly back with the group. But once again, we will go back to our final person who got off track. Liz.
I have a big question.
Yes.
I do, in fact, or I did say I would hold on to Spathi for this session. Does Spathi's affect what's going to be happening?
No comment?
Oh no. Oh god. Okay, continue.
Oh yes, Blue,
Uh-oh,
you
Wendy.
also missed Drill answering a question that Moon had about why did the sword choose us?
Oh yeah. Can't wait to
Essentially-
Ro fight the power with the drill.
Essentially, they said the group is a means to an end.
I figured. I did not expect Spathi to be benevolent. I've hated that sword since day one.
Was in so much trouble.
They also said
Also,
check the
there is
runes
no
once you get
fucking
back.
row fight the power with drill. That thing is evil.
I'll grab a drill and then Ro fight the power. Simple as.
It's not simple as.
Uncle Iroh versus Drill.
Uncle Iroh wins, bro. Because Rob would be like, drill craves human connection, and Iroh would be like, sit down, motherfucker, have some tea. Hit this booth, Zuko.
Rogue.
Chief this whole boot, Zuko.
Hit a
Pop off
blinker.
that Zuko.
Rogue.
Sorry, we're off topic.
Rogue, what is it that you think Liz wants above all else?
Oh,
Or
dear
wants
God.
to know?
Yeah, this is not good. She's in such a fucked up mind state right now.
That is why this is the perfect timing.
There's like 3 different things I can think of. Liz wants to figure out her family situation, like where she originally came from. She also kind of wants to. She has like this deep guilt pooling in her stomach after having the party clean up her mess. And then a very solid. She really wants to go home.
Home as in reconnecting with your family? Or as in a
to-
location?
To Liz's sister, basically.
And as you are walking down the hall of this train car, you two blink and are in a new space. You are still holding on to Spathi, and in front of you appears to be some kind of tomb. Outside of it is endless darkness, and the only thing you can see inside is a lit torch and a coffin. Or, well, one of those, like, stone coffin things that, like, you slide. Sarcophagus. Thank you! Sarcophagus. Yeah, that.
I can't believe this. Learn words. Read a dictionary one of these days.
Yeah, get a fucking Satoris, woman.
I hang around in too many dungeons. I know this.
I hang out too many dungeons. Now I'm just picturing your profile picture like a businessman Anna just going around in a dungeon, like just taking selfies.
Who do you think does the safety inspections on dungeons?
No, Anna.
What kind of ill stuff?
Can you please tell me where's the boss?
Do you want to enter the tomb?
Yeah, probably. A very scared Liz will approach. What would you say that, like, is it a door tuned, or is it just, like, open?
It kind of looks like, the entrance to a cave, almost.
That's horrifying. Might as well go in. Better a cave than infinite darkness.
As you walk in, you do see, now closer up, the same singular torch that is lighting the room. And the sarcophagus in front of you, which is made of dark but polished sandstone, which its edges you can see are rounded off, almost as if its lid has been moved off and reapplied hundreds of times. Does Liz read?
Liz can attempt to, is what I will say.
Give me an intelligence check.
Holy shit, that was a really good one. We got an 18. Let's go!
Hey!
Moon lessons are paying off.
Somewhere Moon sneeze, but it's a proud sneeze.
Engraved in the top, or well, no, not the top, in the side of this sarcophagus is a message that reads, "Here lies a father."
In this situation, I feel... So, what I'm imagining is, like, Liz is kind of, like, at the opposite end of the room, sort of, like, reading from afar, and she's, like, sort of holding, like, because Spathi really doesn't have a sheath or anything, right?
Yeah, no.
I just imagine, Liz is, like, holding a Spathi by the handle, like, really poorly. She's never swung a sword before. Fun fact.
Let alone a great sword.
Like, that's true. So she's using her strength to, like, point it towards the sarcophagus, and she, like, starts making hesitant steps towards it.
As you approach the sarcophagus, the weight of the sword lessens, as you can now feel it is almost magnetically drawn to the sarcophagus.
Would I open this sarcophagus? You know, I feel like seeing that it looks like it's been moved on and off a bunch, she gets the idea that it's like maybe a secret entrance. So she's like sort of uses Spathi to like tap off the lid of the sarcophagus.
Mm-hmm. As you slide the lid of this sarcophagus off, you can hear the rough grinding of stone onto stone despite it being polished.
This is pure wincing coming from Liz.
And as it moves to the side, the figure you see inside of the sarcophagus does not remind you of what you know of your father. What you do see is a body in a heavy suit of dark, almost flowing armor, as if it had been poured into a shape and different parts of it had cooled at different times, giving it an almost rippling visual. And you can see the way its hands are resting. Seems like it should be holding a sword, with one hand at like its handle and another hand that would be on top of its pommel, with the blade facing downwards towards their feet, but there is no sword. And there is a just as dark helmet with 3 eye slits.
The material of the armor, is it obsidian like?
Not quite obsidian-esque, however, it does appear to have, like, cooled in the same manner in which you would see, like, as lava flows out and hits water in that kind of, like, rippling thing. So it does look obsidian-y, but it's probably some kind of amalgam between obsidian and some metal. The only other metal you have seen that is near this color has been, and only when used in certain ways, has been Selen, which is primarily found in Dawnsire.
Oh yeah, we did go into that cave, didn't we? The mines.
Yes.
Whatever.
Where you found an Angie dragon mummy.
Then we had the babysit. Yeah, that was good times. Good times.
So long ago.
Back in the day.
Back in my day.
Old.
So true. Thinking, would Liz, like, keep in mind her how smart she is? Would Liz kind of recognize that this is kind of meant to be like a, like, hey, put sword here?
I don't know if she wouldn't read it as a put sword here and more of something was taken.
Can I tell it's just a corpse?
Well, I mean, it is like, you can't really see like much of the body itself. It's really, Gemini? I literally didn't even ask you anything.
Gemini disagrees.
Shut up, Gemini.
I hate.
You want to be in space, racist?
I hate that. I'm talking about the Gemini AI that they put on Samsung phones for some ungodly reason now.
How dare you be born on a certain month?
What was I saying?
I was asking if Liz could, like, make out the corpse from the armor.
Oh, you can't quite tell what they were. It's decently preserved from what you can see underneath the armor, but you'd have to remove some parts of it if you wanted to see more.
Liz will attempt to remove the helmet, if there is one.
There is. As I said before, it has 3 eye slits.
Yeah, it's more just like some armors are weird, depending on how you want to call them.
And you remove the helm. And the face underneath is very sunken in, almost as if they have been dehydrated or starved for a long time. However, they do not appear to be quite decaying. They appear to have slightly pointy ears, so possibly some Fey lineage, elven possibly, but not entirely.
Could I attempt to wake Spathi up?
You certainly
I'm gonna
can.
regret it, but Liz trusts Spathi currently.
All right.
don't think I...
How would you like to
Yeah.
try and wake up Spathi?
I didn't think this far, fuck. Liz kind of would look at the, like, or the cross guard of the sword and be like, and, like, sort of shake it from the handle. Like, wake up! I'm lost!
And you could hear something that kind of sounds like it is coming from the sword.
Excitatus. Expirictus.
What?
Certainly not uncommon. Spathi does alight a little bit, for the record. And as you hear this, you can see some of the runes along their blade alight. You do not see anything happening in response to the rune, though. Oh yeah, make me an Arcana check. I'm gonna give you disadvantage because you can't
that was
read.
a 3.
Oh.
I knew it was a long shot, but
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, you have absolutely no clue what these runes mean. One of them kind of looks like an eye opening, but that's all you can really gather.
Let's call it a hunch. Liz will sort of put Spathi in this guy's hands.
Do you want to put the helmet back on?
Yeah, preferably. First, I don't.
Okay.
Liz doesn't want to see that. Not a fan of seeing dead people.
As you put the helmet back on, and then you move to put Spathi in the arms of this body. For a moment, the armored warrior, the corpse, flickers, and you can see your sister in its place for a few moments. And after that, you can see Sal in its place. However, Sal looks much older and actually like they would have before being fixed up, per se. And you see, or well, Liz sees what she would imagine herself looks like. It does not look like she actually does. It is a much more twisted and monstrous image.
Oh god, lovely. More trauma for my child.
Have you ever has Liz ever seen their father?
Yes. Many of times.
And after that, it shifts to the image of Liz's father. And at that point, they don't have a helmet on, obviously, because it's just their father now, but they're still holding the sword. And you can see their eyes begin to flutter and open. And right when they open, the armor returns, and you can hear a gasp inwards. And you are returned to the rest of the group. You do still have Spathi in your hands.
Probably not, honestly.
No, I was saying
during,
you do.
Like
Spathi
okay.
is back in your hands once you return to the
That's
group.
good. I was hoping
Spathi ain't
that
gone.
wouldn't be a case. Because as, you are describing all that, I think Liz would probably like first be very confused like by the appearance of Liz's sister and Sal, but as soon as like it switched over to her father, she immediately like crumples is the best way to describe it. Like crumples backwards
My girl.
in fear. My girl.
My girl.
She needs help
She needs therapy.
so much.
I'm giving you I'm gonna give you therapy, and you can't
Yeah.
avoid it.
The DM intended you to be my therapist.
Thou cannot escape therapy.
So true, so true. That's what D&D really is, if we're being honest.
I'm giving you therapy, and you can't do it, and you can't do anything about it. You're gonna be so happy.
You're gonna be happy and you'll like it.
I had to step away for a bit. I'm back, but geez, sorry.
Liz is more traumatized now.
Oh,
Spathi spoke something.
I got a leading theory about Spathi.
I can repeat it if you would like.
if you want.
Excitavit expectus excitus excitatus.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Awesome.
Yippee.
Do you want to say what your theory about Spathi is, Blue?
No, because you're gonna tell me I'm wrong.
Last time you guessed that they were Pandemonium when Pandemonium doesn't even exist in this universe, at least yet. So.
Yeah. I think you forgot about him, and now that I've reminded you about it, he'll be somewhere. No, I completely forgot that one of my original 7 was a fucking sword, because I'm stupid.
One of your original 7 was a sword?
Also, why would the sword be here if this is Pride, which is not what Drill was? So we brought him in here. Therefore, Spathi is Drill. Because why wouldn't he be? This is everything he wants. Knowledge, personal connection.
Adventure. I withhold my right to comment.
I mean, he was always your favorite. Makes sense. Wouldn't be Rost.
Oh God. Or maybe Spathi just isn't one of them.
Friend.
You and I lie.
I'm having so much fun.
You also said that about Pandemonium, to be fair.
I'm having so much fun from an above table like DM perspective watching you theorize.
Yeah,
it's so
But
fun.
Pandemonium isn't one of the original Shandons, so.
Yeah.
Also, he's an arming sword.
What?
Brad doesn't know his swords.
I don't. I'm sorry.
Wait, Womp, as someone would say.
Okay, Big Day. It's okay.
To be fair,
It's
Spathi
okay,
is a
Big
great
Dan, thanks.
sword, while Drill is a rapier.
I know very well what Drill is.
Wait, is Drill a rapier or a longsword?
Power.
Drill is a rapier.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Because I made him!
I wanted to
With a bunch of scraps!
Ah!
In a cave!
Failvier and wielded them as a longsword, if I remember correctly. Or was it a rapier?
Fucking stop fucking
I
with
can't
me.
remember. No, I actually can't remember.
Dementia.
It's a gun
So I have a
sword.
question.
It's a gun sword?
Have you ever seen those little like gun swords where the gun is in the blade?
I've seen Ruby.
Yeah, bro.
I've
Yeah.
seen Ruby. No. Not
I've seen the
bad.
first 2, maybe 3 seasons of Ruby.
That's just ass.
Why can't you just, like, watch good media?
It was good at the time.
My special interest.
Actually?
Yeah.
Bro,
Sorry, that was shock, not judgment.
I wrote so much stuff for Ruby. You will not believe it.
I'm very. I spent so much money on Ruby.
I
No,
have a
that's fine.
Faunus character.
Yes.
His D&D character sheet has him as a bard, and his semblance is time stop. Hee hee.
Of course.
Damn.
That's
Jokes on us, Teashini
that's
is a
the
faunus.
usual one.
I was playing
Dear
like a
God.
Ruby D&D campaign, and I was playing an Atlas soldier, and I had to talk to some Faunus kids, and the DM had me roll an animal handling check.
That's wild.
No,
That's wild.
the point of the series. Is
I'm
not
so glad
for
I'm not part of
that.
this media understanding. I'm so glad I'm not part of this media literacy.
I
Right
like that character so fucking much that I adapted him to my own setting.
It's really funny.
Well, I hope you guys had fun today.
Incorrect.
Bobby.
I missed an entire third of the session, but I had a good time.
I don't know what's happening.
Don't worry, I shall
None
be...
of this was in picture books.
I shall be trying to...
I'm not an eldritch being.
I shall be trying to upload this
Yeah.
soon, so you guys can listen to it for those of you who are popping in and out.
Like, I understand literally nothing of this, so I've been playing Balacho this whole time.
Wow.
Like, I don't have any understanding of any of this backstory, so I'm just here. I don't know what to tell you.
We're
That's
learning.
I'm learning while failing to get it straight.
Also, I heard you voice drill for approximately like 5 seconds, and your vocal inflection is wrong.
Do a drill voice. Do it.
So, drill is very nondescript. There isn't anything in that voice that you could latch onto. There isn't, that vocal fry that comes from the right? And emotional inflections should be at a minimum. Drill does not feel. Drill does not understand what it means to be angry or sad or happy. Drill is a flat monotone. Perfect in its lack of anything.
Well, I decided to play drill up for at least today, also because I forgot that. So,
It's okay. I'll give you acting lessons on how to play these characters.
Gone criminal out here. Holy shit.
anywho,
Fucking characters like that.
hope you guys had fun.
Of course, I love trauma.
Yeah, I love traumatizing you all even more.
Trauma.
So fun.
Thanks God.
Remember when we said that it's gonna be a
Yeah.
lighthearted silly haha game?
Yes, this
I
was,
don't know. It's still
This
pretty
was
silly.
at some point
I'm
a silly
still
haha
remembering.
game.
This was a
Murdering.
silly haha game where it was just
I've
three
been advised it
dumbasses.
was my friend's therapy.
Yeah, that's
I don't
Fair.
remember this ever being a silly haha game.
Tea therapist extraordinaire.
Yippee!